Hello friends, today I'm sharing a strategic exercise with you. Black in this position has just played the move h6. Their idea is pretty simple. They would like you to play the move bishop to h4, against which they plan to play g5, and once the bishop goes to g3, they want to play knight to d4 to apply the pressure on the pin knight. And here black has a much better position with simply an attack on the king side. Instead, I would like you to pause the video here and try to find a forcing sequence of moves that give white a much better position. And so, the correct move to start with is bishop takes f6. However, after queen takes f6, it's important not to play bishop to d5 right away, as it turns out that black can sacrifice the rook on a8 and play knight to d4 with a very strong attack on the king side. If white takes, for example, the rook on a8, they can simply play knight takes f3, and turns out you can't take the knight. If you do take, bishop takes f3 with the threat of queen g5 and queen g2 checkmate, and at the same time your queen is hanging, white is simply losing the game. You may ask, what if we don't take the knight? What if we play king h1 as we're up in exchange? We took the rook on a8, while black only took the knight. Well, the bad news are that there are simply too many pieces that are attacking our king. 1, 2, 3, 4 that look at the squares around the white's king. And there are simply too few defenders to deal with that attack. I can immediately see a threat by black with knight g5 and then brutally opening up the fortress with knight takes h3, and white's king is going to be in jeopardy. This position is lost for white objectively. Instead, after black took on f6, we have to play the move g4 to break the pin, and after the bishop retreats, we play bishop to d5. That lethal pin. Now the move knight to d4 is no longer dangerous for us, as we're able to take it. There is no pin anymore. And after, for example, pawn takes, there are many ways to play here. Taking the rook is winning. We can make it even worse for black by first giving a check, and then playing knight to d5 when too many pieces are hanging for black, and white is simply winning. As we go back, turns out that you can't play knight d4 anymore as black. Well, if you move the knight, we're gonna take the rook. And there are no ways to defend the knight except for the move king to d7. And that's a very awful position for the black's king. It's gonna linger in the middle, and white has a lot of pawn breaks in the middle that they could play to open up the central files and attack the black's king. On the other hand, white's king right now is pretty safe. Perhaps you might think that h5 would be attempting to open up the h file and hunt down the white's king, but we're just going to play g5 and shut it down. There are no pieces that are coming to attack the white's king. Yes, you can maybe place the queen on f4, but one soldier is not gonna win the war for black. There are many ways to play from this position for white. I like the most direct way with bishop takes c6, and now playing b4. I'm trying to develop the initiative, even though I'm breaking the pin. This is the most direct way to attack. Black is unable to take the pawn because of knight d5, and a fork where black is gonna lose a piece. And after they retreat with the bishop, say to the square like b6, we can simply follow that up with knight to d5, and now moves like c4, a4, maybe rook c1, maybe not, and black's king is simply under attack. I hope you enjoyed this strategy exercise. If you did, please subscribe to my chess channel for more such lessons. You can also consider hiring me as your personal online chess coach. My contacts are on the right. Shoot me an email and we will discuss the matters. And wish you a peaceful day. See you in the next video. Bye bye.